So now pronouns. As you see that it is related with nouns. Pro plus nouns is pronoun. So pronoun is a word that takes the place of a common noun or a proper noun. So pronoun is used in place of noun, may it be common or proper. So there are different kinds of pronouns. First is your personal pronouns. The words like I, you, he, she, it, we, and they are called personal pronouns. They take the place of nouns and are used as the subject of the verb in a sentence. You'll shortly know what is verb. Like my name is David. This is a proper noun. I am the youngest in the family. I, this is a pronoun. This is my father. My father is a noun, which is a common noun. He is a teacher. He is a pronoun. This is my mother. She is a pronoun. I have brother and two sisters. I means I am referring to myself. So this is a pronoun for me. They are Peter, Sharon, and Jenny. They means they are they. This word is for these three people. So they is a pronoun. I have a dog. It is called Lucky. It and I both are pronoun. Lucky, you are a good dog. You in this sentence is a pronoun. Good morning, children. You may sit down. So for all these children, you is being used. So you is a pronoun. My family and I, because family, I, you, he, it, they are pronouns. My is not a pronoun because my family and I means my family and I. I is a pronoun, live in a big city, and we have an apartment. We all have, I and my family have an apartment, so we is a pronoun. So the subject of a sentence is what? As I said, they take the place of noun and are used as the subject of the verb in a sentence. So what is a subject? A subject of a sentence is the person, animal, place or thing that does the action shown by the verb. Subject of a sentence is name, place, animal, thing. Then comes the me, you, him, her, it, us, them. They are also personal pronouns. They are also personal pronouns and they also take the place of nouns. And these pronouns are used as the subject of the verb in a sentence. Again, like I am standing on my head. Look at me. Look at me. So me. My mother is kind. Everybody likes her. Her is a pronoun. These are personal pronouns. So we have personal pronouns here. Lisa, I told you to tidy your bed. You means a pronoun. Sharon, Jenny, dad is waiting for both of you. Sharon and Jenny. So you is actually a pronoun. Lucky and I are playing in the park. So I is a pronoun and this is also a pronoun. Dad is watching us. Us. You must not play with the knife. The knife is what? This is a noun. So the knife, give it to me means give knife to me. So it is just by replacing you can make a sentence. Give this knife to me. So that is give it to me. Give the knife. It is a pronoun for this knife. Pick up your toys and put them away. Your toys. Your toys. Toys. For this toys. Them is used. So them is the subject for toys. So that's it. That is why them is a pronoun. Like baby birds cannot fly. Mother bird needs to feed them. Feed them. Them. This is a pronoun for baby birds. Tom likes riding my bicycle. I sometimes lend it to him. What? It means bicycle. Him means Tom. So Tom and bicycle, they both are noun. For my bicycle, it is used it and Tom replaces him. So it and him both are personal pronouns. What is again the object? The object of a sentence is the person, name, place, animal, thing that receive the action shown by the verb. So there are three group of nouns. First person, second person, and third person. This is very important. The person speaking is called the first person. The person who is speaking. The first person pronoun are I and me. I am speaking. Me. Look at me. So this is in singular. And when we talk about me and others like we, us, these are in plural. So these are personal speaking. Person speaking. And then person spoken to, about which we are talking, is second person. That means the second person pronoun is you. I'm talking about you. Look at you. These are both singular and plural. Means you can use you for singular, you for one person, and for many you can also use you. Then the person, like animal, thing, which is about whom spoken about, is called the third person. The third person are for animal and thing. Please understand. Like the third person pronouns are he or him. So animal means human is always there. He and him, she or her, it in singular, they and them in plural. So for a knife we used it, number of knives or number of objects, things, we call them they or them also, including the humans. The word I is always spelled with a capital letter that we have already seen. And the pronoun he is used for men and boys. while she is used for women and girls, and it is used for things and animals. So if you are talking about a male, use he. Female, you use she. For things and animal, may it be, and animals can also be masculine and feminine. For that, you can use it. So look at this table. First person singular for I, that will be me. You, both same. Third person singular, he, then for object, it will be him. She for her, and it for it. First person singular, we, then us, you are common. Means you will use only you in both the cases. And then they, and then them. They is subject for third person plural, and object is them. Then we have reflexive pronouns. The word myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves. See this vs. Yourselves, themselves, they are called reflexive pronouns. Why? Because they refer to the person or animal that is the subject of the verb. Subject of the verb. That means I make this cake myself. I, referring to itself, means reflexive. Reflexive means reflection. It has come from reflection word. So be careful with the knife. You will cut yourself. Means yourself means you. You and yourself, they both are same. So they are reflection of each other. So you and yourself. Michael is looking at himself in the mirror. Again, see, mirror is used for reflection. So himself and Michael, they are both same. Susan has hurt herself. A cat washes itself after each meal. We organized the party all by ourselves. We all did it, so ourselves. Come in, children, and find yourselves. Children is a plural, so find yourselves a seat. Baby birds are too young to look after themselves. Then here is a time to remind you about these reflexive pronouns. First person, I, me, myself. Plural, we, us, ourselves. Second person, you, yourself. Then you, yourselves. We, yes. It will plural. We use this we, yes. Third person, he, him, himself. They, them, themselves. Again, we, yes. She, her, herself. They, them, themselves, for themselves. Again, we, yes. It, itself. They, them, themselves. Then we have interrogative pronouns. What are these interrogative pronouns? The words like who, whose, what, which are called interrogative pronouns. Why? Because these pronouns are used to ask question. Like these are the examples. Who he is talking to? Who is he talking to? Who are those people? About whom? Whom are you playing with? Whom is he talking to? Which of these bag is yours? Which do you prefer? Whose? Whose is this umbrella? Whose are these gloves? What? What is your dog's name? What are you talking about? And what is the time? So, who can be used as the subject of a verb as well as the subject? Whom is used only as the object, right? Object, for example, you can say, who are you playing with? Or, whom are you playing with? Who are you playing with? Who are you playing with? Then we have another category of pronouns, that is demonstrative pronouns. These pronouns, these words like this, these, that, those, they are called demonstrative pronouns because they are showing words. They show something. Like these are sheep. Those are goats. So he is indicating, he is showing, he is stretching his arms and indicating them, showing them. Like this is my house, this is hill, these are donkeys. What is this? Did you drop this? Hi Jane, this is Michael. And then that is John's house, that is a mountain, those are horses. What are those? We can do better than that. No, that's not mine. You mean you won? That's amazing. Hello, who is that speaking, please? Hello, is that you, George? So you use this and these, means this and these, when you point to things near you, which are quite near. See, these both are near. And you use that and those which are farther away. Means that, hill can be used, but if a mountain is very far, then we use this is a hill which is closer, then that is a mountain which is farther away. Demonstrative pronouns can be singular as well as plural. Means this, you use these, this, these, that, those. Singular, this and that, plural, these and those. So let us come to the exercise. You have to draw a line to join each of the subject pronouns to the object pronouns that matches. So that will be I. I means me. He means him. He is a subject pronoun while him is an object pronoun that matches. It will be it only. She is her. They is them. You will remain as you and we will be us. Now fill in the blanks with the correct pronouns. Peter and I are brothers. We share a bedroom together. Sue is in well. Dad is taking her to see a doctor. My brother is a teacher. He teaches English. All his students like her or him Uh, all his means him. Yes, him. Him very much because this is a male, masculine word. Children dash are making too much noise. Children, you will be used for all of them. Who are those people? Where are they from? They from. Mom is a doctor. Dash works in a hospital. She works in a hospital. The sky is getting dark. The sky is getting dark. It is going to rain. When we talk about sky, that will be it. John, we are all waiting for you. Are you coming with us? May Dash borrow your pen? May I borrow your pen? Yes, of course. When can you return Dash to me? Yes, of course. When can you return it to me? What are Dash reading, Jenny? What are you reading, Jenny? You. Exercise 3, fill in the blanks with the correct reflexive pronouns. Reflexive means reflection from the box. So no one can help us. First is, no one can help us. We have to help ourselves. Ourselves. Jane always makes the bed by herself. Herself. They painted the wall all by themselves. I heard Dash in the playground yesterday. I heard myself. John, you must behave yourself before your friend. Yourselves. Yourself, not yourself. Children, you must do the homework yourselves. Tom defended Dash against the bullies. Tom defended himself against the bullies. The dog is scratching itself because it is an animal, so it will use itself. Then write the correct interrogative pronouns in the blanks. You have to fill the gaps. So first is Dash is the matter with you. What is the matter with you? What? Then Dash invented the computer. Who invented the computer? Dash of the twins is older. Which? Which? Dash do you prefer to speak to? Whom? Whom do you wish to speak to? Dash is this car in front of our house. Whose is this car? Dash knows the answer. Who knows the answer? Dash came first, the chicken or the egg? Can you answer this? So that will be who? Who came first, the chicken or the egg? Dash would you like to drink? What would you like to drink? The dash of them do you think will win the race? Which of them? And dash is the word for the stamp collector. What is the word? What? W and T. What is the word? Now let us talk about adjectives. An adjective is a describing word. It tells you more about a noun, so it describes a noun. An adjective usually appears before the noun and it describes it. So sometimes, though the adjective appear after the noun later in the sentence, so it is not always the case. So adjective is a describing word. Like dog is a noun. So how is the dog? The dog is smart, a smart dog. Building is old, a tall basketball player. A low fence, a busy street, a dark corner, a deep sea, a large bed. It is windy. Windy is for used for it. John's handwriting is very neat. Neat. Handwriting. John's handwriting is neat. So neat is adjective for John's handwriting. The sea is rough. For sea we use rough. Rough is adjective, which is describing the word sea. And all the players are very tall. Players. What is the special thing about players? They are very tall. Then the baby's hands are very small. Small is an adjective. Sue drawing is beautiful. Drawing. Sue's drawing means who's drawing? Sue's drawing. So noun is Sue. And we'll see just after this session what is drawing. But about Sue we are talking and we are saying beautiful. That problem is too difficult. Problem is too difficult. So we are describing the noun. Peter is very quiet boy. Quiet is adjective. So let us underline the adjectives in the following sentence. There is an empty room upstairs. Empty is an adjective. It is a hot summer. Hot. You are so kind. Don't be crazy. This part is clean and green. Many people exercises to keep healthy. I think these eggs are rotten. Rotten is an adjective. We are all bored. There isn't anything to do. Bored. The pupils don't mind or don't find the joke amusing. Amusing is an adjective. James was absent because he was ill. So absent is the adjective. Second exercise, fill in the blanks with suitable adjectives from the box. The ice cream is very sweet. It's very dash in summer, hot in summer. The company is giving away dash gifts to its customer. Free gifts. They live in a dash house. They live in a large house. Jean is wearing a short skirt. Short skirt. The climbers are climbing up a high mountain. These puppies are very playful. Many dash people have no home. Many poor people have no home. Now, adjective endings. Adjectives have different endings. Some adjectives they end with full, some end with less. Like homeless people, playful puppies. We have just seen this. A beautiful dress, a careless driver, a faithful dog, a harmless insect, a useful tool. So, an adjective that ends in less is the opposite of the same adjective that is full. For example, careful, the opposite is careless. Colorful, opposite is colorless, and both are adjectives. Useful, useless, harmful, harmless. And this full, if full ending means having a lot of something that is painful, having a lot of pain, hopeful, having a lot of hope. While this less, if a word end with less, that means without, means leafless, without leaves, like this. Sleeveless, without sleeves. Then some adjectives end in Y. A dirty stream, a noisy room, an oily pot, a sleepy passenger, a sunny day, like a stormy sea, a muddy path. Some adjectives also ends with IEVE, that is expensive, an expensive necklace. Talkative pupils, an active child, an attractive hat, a creative joy or toy. Also, some adjectives they end with ing, that is a cunning fox, dazzling sunshine, caring nurse, interesting book, loving parents, matching clothes, a smiling face. Again, some adjectives also ends with your ly. This is ly. So, a daily newspaper, a friendly police officer, a costly diamond ring, an elderly woman, lively kittens, a lonely boy, a lovely girl, a weekly magazine. Then many adverbs also ends in ly. How? Adverbs. Here are some adjectives with endings we have with, So we'll talk about adverbs later. I'm just putting a point that many adverbs also they end with ly. We'll see the difference in coming sessions. So some adjectives they also end with able, able, ish, and ous, like a broken chair, a famous pop singer, a poisonous snake, childish behavior, comfortable chair, dangerous place, foolish act, horrible smell, lovable cola, a national costume, a musical instrument, a terrible mess, a woolen sweater, a wooden table. So let us see some exercise. Add the correct ending to words, these words into adjectives. So peace, peaceful, storm, stormy, mud, muddy, forgetful, spot, spotless, dirt, dirty, music, musical, nation, national, dust, dusty, playful. Then add the correct endings to turn these words into adjectives. Wind, windy, gold, which end you will use? Golden. Friend, friendly, rot, rotten, danger, dangerous, fool, foolish, charm, charming, child, childish, love, lovely, interest, interesting. Now, kinds of adjectives. So, there are different kinds of adjectives. Some adjective describes the qualities of nouns, right? Qualities of nouns. They define also, they describe also a noun, and they present the qualities of nouns also. Like, this is a drink, but it is a cold drink, a hot bun, an ugly monster, a fierce dog, a loud crash, a beautiful rainbow, a clever monkey, a difficult question, happy children, kind lady, new car, old house, pretty girl, rich family, sad story, strong man, wicked queen. Then some adjectives tells you which place or country a person or thing comes from or belongs to. So they are called adjectives of origin. Please understand, place or country a, a person may come from or he belongs to. So we call them adjectives of origin, like Chinese kung fu, a Filipino shirt, a Mexican hat, an Indian temple, Dutch clocks, like Australian apples, Balinese dancer, English language, French flag, Italian car, a Japanese garden, a Scottish kilt, Thai boxing. Some objectives tells you the color of the things. How? Color of the things? Please get me some white pant. White paint we are talking about. Pant will always be S. The sky is grey. The sky is grey, so the color is grey. The sea is blue. George is wearing brown shoes. I don't like green apples. Carrots are orange. Flamingos are pink. Eggplants are purple. And roses are red. Your hands are black. Some objectives tell you the size of the nouns they describe. How? A huge balloon, a fat sumo wrestler, a thin boy, a short man like a big hat, broad shoulders, high mountain, large ship, a long bridge, a low ceiling, a narrow path, small animals, tiny insects, and a wide street. This word tall describe people and narrow upright objects. For example, you can say a tall girl and you can also say a tall bookcase. While this high, it describes bigger and wider objects that reach a greater height or great height. For example, a high mountain, a high wall. You'll not use a high boy. You'll use always a tall boy. Right? A tall girl, tall can also be used for bookcase, like for describing the people and narrow upright objects. While for wider, we use high wall, high mountains. Numbers are adjectives too. How adjectives can be numbers? They tell you how many people, animal, or things they are. Sometimes they are called adjectives of quantity. Let us see some example. One giant, two princes, three princesses, four mermaids, five witches, six fairies, seven elves, nine dwarfs, 10 angels, 8 puppets, like 11 hens, 12 geese, 13 birds, 14 mice, 15 frogs, 16 snails, 17 kittens, 18 ants, 19 lizards, 20 butterflies. Other adjectives tell you something about quantity without giving you the exact number. How? You don't give an exact number like we just saw. Like a lot of books. A lot of books. Some soldier. A few cups. A few puppies. Like a little ice cream. A little rice. Not many people. Too much salt. Lots of insects. Plenty of money. Some food. And is there any milk? Adjectives that tells about quantity are also known as quantifying determiners. Quantifying determiners. Let's have an exercise now. Look at the underlined words, these words, in these sentences, and do you know what kind of adjectives they are? In the blanks, write C if the underlined words tell you about color. S if it tells about size. Q if they tell you about quantity. O if tell you about origin. And QN if they tell you about the number or quantity of things. So, dad have 2 pairs of shoes. 2, that is quantity. Q. One pair is brown and another pair is black, so that will be color. This is a very simple puzzle. Simple means you are talking not about color, not about size, not about quantity or origin or number of quantity, but it is about quality. QL. Simple puzzle. QL. These both are colors of the previous one, second one. 4. What color is American flag? Now this is the country or origin, so that is about O. A kind fairy appeared before Cinderella, so that is about quality. We write quality. He's a proud man, quality. There is some food left. Now we have quantity, but you are not speaking about exact quantity. But still, it will come under the quantity. So that is some quantity. Tom is wearing a blue shirt, color. Jack has 10 marbles. Peter has 20. So both will be number. This will be number and this will be number. How many? This will be quantity. How many marbles have Jack and Peter altogether? There is an Indian temple in the city. Indian means you are talking about origin. So this will be origin. There is a large crowd outside the temple. So that will be a quantity. My house is just a few miles from the school. That is again a quantity. A few. They are driving a small car. So that is actually a quality, not a quantity, quality. Then we have Sue likes those yellow and red balloons. So that will be color, C and C, color. Now coming to comparison of adjectives, when you compare two people or things, use the comparative form of the adjective. So lots of comparative adjectives end with your ER. How? Small, smaller, bright, brighter, fast, faster, cheap, cheaper, clear, clearer, loud, louder, new, newer, old, older, rich, richer, short, shorter, tall, taller, slow, slower, and thick, thicker. So this word than, this is often used with the comparative adjectives. Just for example, Jack is taller than John. A sports car is faster than a motorbike, faster, taller. And we use this superlative form of an adjective to compare three or more nouns. Three or more nouns we use superlative form. Like lots of superlatives they end with est. Have an example. Dark, darker, darkest. Thick, thicker, thickest. Long, longer, longest. So clean, cleaner, cleanest. Easy, easier, easiest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Fattest. See, this is not fattiest, fattest. Flat, flatter, flattest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Narrow, narrower, narrowest. Narrowest. Noisy, noisier, noisiest. Simple, simpler, simplest. Not simplest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. And wet, wetter, wettest. So you often add the before the superlative form. For example, Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. Peter is the tallest boy in the class. So use the after or before your superlative form. So with adjectives that end with e, we add r to form the comparative and st to form the superlative. For example, closer, closer, close, closer, and closest. Large, larger, largest. Safe, safer, safest. Wide, wider, widest. Because they have these words have e in the last. So we add r to the comparative and st to the superlative. Some adjectives have only one syllable and with a consonant. So one syllable ending with a consonant and have a single vowel before consonant like this. I is, G is a consonant, I is a vowel. So with these adjectives, double the last letter, adding er to form the comparative like big. We double g and we double g means 2g and we add a er to form the comparative and est to form the superlative. For example, est, right? You add g and add est. So dim, dimmer, dimmest, mad, madder, maddest, sad, sadder, saddest. Some adjectives have two syllables that end in y. With these adjectives, change this y to I. Busy. You will use er, busier. You have to replace y with I and just add er to form the comparative. What about superlative? You add, again, you change y with I and add est. So busy, busier, busiest. Dirty, dirtier, dirtiest. Happy, happier, happiest. And pretty, prettier, prettiest. With some adjectives, you must use more to make the comparative form and most to make the superlative form. How? Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Active, not active, activer, activist. There is no word like this. Active, more active, most active. Charming, more charming, most charming. Cheerful, more cheerful, most cheerful. Comfortable, more comfortable, most comfortable. Delicious, more delicious, most delicious. So adjectives that form their comparative and superlative with more and most like this are usually adjectives with two or more syllables or sounds. For example, active, expensive, beautiful, famous. Right? You see, there are two or more syllables. You can make a sound like cheerful, intelligent, comfortable, powerful, delicious, valuable. So the comparative and superlative forms of some adjectives, they are completely different words like good, gooder, goodiest, no, good, better, bettest, little, littier, littiest, no, little, less, least. So good, better, best, little, less, least. Also we have bad, worse, worst, few, less, least, many, more, most, much, more, most. So with these adjectives, you don't add er or more to form the comparative or est or most to form the superlative. You just use est or like this and then you use most. So let us have an exercise. So this would be hard, harder and hardest, est, cold, colder, coldest, soft, softer, softest, tall, taller, tallest, rich, richer, richest, mad, madder, maddest, funny, funnier, funniest, IER, you'll use IER, IS, funniest and IEST in the end. Big, bigger, biggest, sad, sadder, saddest, EST, busy, busier, why? Because you have Y here. So busy, busier, IER, busiest, IEST. Similar for noisy, noisier, noisiest. Now fill in the blanks with the correct comparative and superlative forms of the following adjective. Foolish. Foolish, you cannot have foolish-ier or foolish-iest. You can have foolish, more foolish, most foolish. Harmful, more harmful, most harmful. Poisonous, more more poisonous, most poisonous, valuable, more valuable, most valuable, and difficult, more difficult, most difficult, generous, more generous, most generous. So we have covered pronouns and adjectives. Thank you so much. Take care.